Hello everybody, my name is Isaac and I'm going to bring you guys along for this project I'm starting. I'm going to be doing a speaker amplifier and I want it to be 200 watts. So I think the most important step to start is to figure out what you want. So we're going to try to do a speaker amp. Some things that I want to add is distortion. I need a preamp at least for the circuitry on the guitar. It's pretty normal. I'm gonna do solid state, which is a little different than vacuum tube. A lot of people will say vacuum tube is better. They think that it has a better sound. I think solid state amps are probably going to be easier to work with. I won't have to buy vacuum tubes. I want adjustable gain and volume. I'm gonna want my distortion before the power amp. And I'm gonna need a power amp. I'm gonna want it to be powered from 110 VAC, which is just wall outlet. I'm gonna want to make a PCB with this. I'm gonna want a box, or I guess I'll just call it a fixture. So other things I'm gonna want power switch. I think this is most of them. So we're gonna need the distortion, we're gonna need the preamp. I'm gonna need I want a 3.5 millimeter jack, and I want the option to do the other audio jack, which is going to be the one from Guitar. Optional, I might want to be able to add a microphone for mixing. Mixing multiple inputs. I might want a frequency control. Well, I'm for sure gonna want this one, so I'm gonna want a frequency control. This will be the equalizer. That's not spelled right. Equalizer. Let's see. Is there anything else that I definitely want? These are going to be some of the main ones. I think these ones are a good spot to start. This is pretty common. Preamp's common. Solid state amp's common. Adjustable gain volume. I think the last one that I like is maybe, so the goal, I'll put an extra gold on here. The goal is to make it cheap. I'd like to make these cheap. I'd like them to be comparable. And then I'm also going to need to know the speakers. Am I going to do a 4, 8, and a wattage of the speakers? I'm going to want roughly 200 watts minimum output. And then I think this is a little bit overkill, but so I want somewhere between 200 and 1,000. I think would be the best. I was told that you only need about 50 to be louder than a drummer. So 200 should be plenty loud enough. 1,000. I have a 1,200-watt speaker in my car, and I don't think it's loud enough for me, but maybe I'm just not doing it right. I also only have small tweeters hooked up to it, so here is most of the starting. Some other things, I think I'm gonna want to use BJTs. I think I'm gonna want to make it a Class A amplifier. I want a detachable DC converter from wall. So I'd like a little module out of this project that I can disconnect for the DC power. From there, I'd like what I wonder. Obviously, I'd like I think I put this up here. Frequency control, adjustable gain and volume with potentiometers. So this stuff is more, I think I'm going to put it down here. And then the idea, I think, will be we'll have an amp that has 5 stages, I believe. So we'll have a preamp. We'll have a distortion. We'll have, I know, a power amp. At some point I'll have to have a controllable equalizer. So I think for the most part these might be it. I might be missing one more. For some reason I think there's supposed to be 5. A quick sketch of what this might look like. So start here. So we're gonna have our we'll have our guitar. Work with me here. Okay, we're gonna try this a different way. We're gonna take open this over here. So we're gonna take screenshots. So we'll have a guitar. And then this will go into stage 1, which will be the, so this will be the input. And we might also want another, so I'll put another one. So maybe we'll put a microphone down here. Crop this. I will not be cropping this. You guys can just see that it's copied. So we'll take both of these. From here, we're going to need the... So this will be the input. This will be the preamp. This will be the power amp. And I need one more. I will need the distortion. If you guys happen to know anything a little bit more about this than I do, please let me know. I'm definitely up to suggestions. I'm not 100% set on this, but just as a little idea of what we might be getting. We might be getting something like this here. Then we might get something a little bit bigger like this here. I'm not sure what exactly the distortion does, so that one I'm gonna have to do some research on, and I'll add some stuff so you guys know as well. And then the power amp will push this way bigger. So if this was our music, this is kind of what it looked like. So this would be in the millivolt range. This might be in the hundreds of millivolt. This one would be in still in the hundreds. And this would be in the hundreds of volts. So I think with 200 watts, so for example, with 200 watts, so 200 watts, forgive me, the mouse that or the pad that I'm using is a little new to me. So 200 watts is equal to voltage times current. So I'm thinking from here, I'm going to want my voltage to probably be about 100 volts from the DC source. So that means that I'm going to need about 2 amps. So this is going to help me pick out some of the components. Having an idea like this is going to help a little bit. From here, I think this is a good starting point. So this is a starting point for my project. If you have any thoughts on this, anything that you think I should change or modify, let me know. I'm not big into music, so a lot of this stuff I won't necessarily know. Do you have any other opinions? Feel free to leave them in the comments. Just I like having a reason. If you're gonna say that I'm wrong, give me a reason, and I'd love to hear your opinion and learn some more. And be starting my schematic up and doing a little bit more research, and I'll bring you guys along.